That's all right. I'm making there plenty early enough to get some work done and to hopefully get tacos. Definitely pushing him on the tacos. So it just occurred to me I wanted to make a video about this. Yeah, so much for not too many videos today. As you see, the buses, after passing that last stop, the bus went across lanes and it's in the left lane. And that's because it's getting ready to make a left turn from Bethany Home Road onto 19th Avenue southbound. And the reason it does this, and I think I've mentioned this in some of my other videos, it's because, oh shit, I forgot to hit the dinger. I forgot to hit the dinger of the stop. Looks like he's going to. The reason it does that turn is to service the, there's the stop, 19th Avenue, south of Bethany, southbound on 19th Avenue, south of Bethany. The reason that the bus makes that turn, and there it goes, and by the way, right now it is 4:51 p.m., is so it can service that light rail station that is up ahead. You can see the train coming out of right now. And granted, it doesn't stop at the light rail station because our light rail stations are, in most instances, stupidly located in the middle of the street. But it goes into the transit center, it's right next to it. And anyway, kind of what this little video is going to be about is like I've talked about how many transit centers have been shut down or don't really have any buses that serve them anymore. And the reason for this, well, you know, there's pros and cons of transit centers. They can be really handy, or they can create undue delay, or they can actually do both. And this, to me, is an example of a transit center, at least with relation to the Route 60. The Montebello Transit Center is an example of one that does both. So I just got off the bus, and you know, I really meant to catch on camera what the bus number was that I just got off, but just to show that I'm going to, in a little while, be getting on the exact same bus. So the biggest negative, you know, obviously the convenience of transit centers is so you can easily reach desirable locations that a lot of people want to go to or want to get picked up from, and also to connect up multiple routes for easy transfer between multiple routes, and those are definitely good things. The negative is that it creates undue delay for people who aren't transferring and aren't going to these locations that are just going down the line, which would be me right now. I got on the Route 60 at Coulter and which I haven't mentioned how that worked out, but I'll explain that in the next video. I got on the Route 60 at Coulter and 16th Street. Actually, I got enough time to explain that now. Yeah, oh, and I'm going to Bullock's, which is, you know, about another 3/4 of a mile west of here, further down Bethany Home Road. So yeah, I'm one of those persons that just needs to keep going down Bethany. I don't need a time delay distraction to go in and out of a transit center. Anyway, what ended up happening was after I realized that there was a bank and I was functionally going to walk right by it, the bank I needed to go to. When I stepped out of the bank, I looked to the south and I saw a bus turn from westbound Camelback Road to northbound 16th Street and stop at the stop there as I was exiting the bank. And the only bus that makes that turn and does that stop is the 60, so I'm like, oh shit, that is my bus. There is absolutely no way I could have walked there or even run there in order to catch that one, which is the bus I just got off, by the way. There's no way in hell I could have done that run to get there in time. So what I did was started sprinting north, and I did have to do quite the creative jaywalking at the intersection of Coulter to get to the north side of the intersection to get to the bus stop. But I did it, and I did catch the I did catch the 60 without having to do any waiting. So mission accomplished on that. Otherwise, I'd be looking at probably a 30-minute wait for the bus, or even longer. And and probably would have missed out on tacos. I still don't know if I'm going to get the tacos, but officially the taco deal ends at 5, since I'm a quasi-employee of Bullets, and the bartender Heather loves me. If there's any left over, if there's still tacos there, she'll always hook me up after 5. And I mean, if they've run out of taco meat or tortillas or whatever, if they've run out, they're obviously not going to prepare any just for me. But I'm feeling pretty confident I'll get my tacos today. It's let's see, right now it's 4:55, so it won't be too long after 5 when I get to Bullets. Anyway, still waiting. I've shot 6 minutes of video, so it's been 6 minutes since I got off the bus at that bus stop directly ahead of me, which because of the left turn and waiting for the left turn arrow, takes longer to get to than the bus stop ahead of me. It would have been the next bus stop on Bethany home had that bus just simply continued to travel down Bethany home. But of course, I mean, if it continued to travel down Bethany home, there would be extreme downside of that. I mean, it's debatable as to whether going down 19th Avenue and getting off, from Bethany on 19th Avenue, or the next bus stop at 17th Avenue, or the next bus stop at 15th Avenue. It's debatable as to whether those stops, whether the Montebello Transit Center services the Christown Mall and surrounding shopping and business district. It's debatable as to whether the Montebello Transit Center services those stops any better than those stops I mentioned on Bethany. However, there are apartments, a lot of apartments on Montebello between 15th Avenue and 19th Avenue. A lot of apartments just south of Montebello, particularly off of 17th Avenue. And definitely there's a lot of bus riders in those apartments. So most definitely those bus riders are better serviced by the 60 going through the transit center. Also, transit transfers to the Route 15 work a whole lot better with the 60 stopping at the transit center, as does transfer to Valley Metro Light Rail. As far as transfers to the Route 19, I mean, yeah, the stop that I got off of is for the 19 southbound, and the stop for the 19 northbound is right there. So, yeah, this doesn't make a difference. If anything, it probably makes for a delayed transfer to the 19. Anyway, still waiting for that bus to come back. It's been interesting. It only showed in the Valley Metro app that this would be about a 6-minute delay. I think it showed like a 5 or 6 minute delay between when the bus would be dropping me off at 19th and Bethany, and when it would be coming back to pick up at 19th and Bethany. But yeah, almost 9 minutes, and I'm just standing in a corner waiting for the bus that I just got off of. So yeah, everybody that's traveling westbound on the 60, I mean, that's 9+ minutes of their life that they are not getting back. So that's the strongest argument against transit centers. I would say it's a pretty damn strong argument. Now, I have an idea for and that is not the bus I'm looking for. That's a 19 north, but I believe that one there, yeah, that's in the left-hand turn lane. That is the 60 that I'm waiting for right there. There's an ambulance. Oh no, fire department truck. Yikes. I can't believe how many vehicles did not pull over for that emergency vehicle. That's a real issue in Phoenix. I've noticed Phoenix drivers don't like to pull over for emergency vehicles. That upsets me because, that could be going to a fire or a paramedic emergency or somebody you know, and even if it isn't somebody you know, it's somebody that needs help. Pull the fuck over, let the emergency vehicles go through. So it's been now over 10 minutes, and as you see, that Route 60 is stuck in a long backup for the left turn lane. So you stuck in traffic at a place at a light that doesn't have any kind of preference for the bus. In fact, I don't think any of the lights here in Phoenix do, although that is something that's incorporated in transit systems in a lot of other cities. Bus lanes, and then signals where the bus lane has a priority signal so it doesn't get stuck in traffic at intersections. Okay, Route 19 coming across Bethany without issue. I'm wondering whether the 60 is going to make this arrow or not. I do know there's sensors in the road, so those sensors might get it across the intersection. Yes, it's going to make it. So 11 minutes of delay for that bus continuing down Bethany Home Road because of its diversion into the transit center. Definitely the strongest argument against transit centers. On that note, there's some more affordable housing, and I gotta catch my bus.